Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Tommy and thanks for clicking. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to become part of this growing audience. Please also like and share my videos. Thank you. Welcome again to part 2 of the interview that I had with Ms. Menneh. I hope you were able to watch part 1. In continuation of this discussion, Ms. Menneh is telling her story. So let's get started.
Oh, the Pele people have a saying that says, when you're telling a story, it's not as heavy like the actual happening. And it's they say, so that's what that means. So I'm this person where I always believe in the saying that my father would tell me, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Believe it or not, I used to work overnight at a group home and then come home and drive city council.
Wow.
That was just huge for me because I'm like, who even know me? How did it get here? How, Yeah. And one thing though, I always give those awards back to Liberia, because everything I do, whether or not Liberians see it the way they're supposed to, I do it for Liberia. And I say one thing that people don't like to hear. I don't do what I do for Liberians. Does that make sense? I do it for Liberia. Because most Liberians, some Liberians don't see what I do to be anything. Most of the time they don't even include me in their entertainment industry, because I do traditional music, so that's whatever. Right. But so then I tell people I'm not worried about them, because I do this for Liberia. I do this so that 10, 15, 20 years, even when I'm gone, that somebody will see that this came from Liberia. Right. So that's why I do it. You do it. So I don't even really, pay attention to that. Yeah, but that award from Beverly Hills, I had a breakdown. And I think I had a video of that, on my page that you can see. Wow. I mean, it's an enormous achievement to be recognized by such an important body. Yeah, and also I had an invitation to go to Canada to represent Liberia in a All African festival, and that was also huge for me as well. Definitely. You talk about the Liberian thing. Sometimes they don't even include you into their programs or what have you. I wanted to ask, because I asked this question to a lot of people, a lot of African people that I've interviewed so far. How's the support from your own people? Well, because I'm hearing Liberians don't support their own. That's the biggest thing I'm always hearing. Liberians, we do have this mindset too that, if it's not me, why it gotta be him? But if he's putting in the work and you see that he is able to reveal things about Liberia, I think if you just give him that little push, that will happen. And at the end of the day, they are going to say he's a Liberian. Right. But most of us don't see it that way. Liberians do support to a certain extent. I think the reason we say that Liberians are not business-minded people. I would say that. I say that any day. Right. We are not business-minded people, so we can see this bottle sitting here. And if somebody with a business mind would say, I think if I take that bottle and do this with that bottle can probably multiply, right?
Right.
Liberians will just be like, whatever, drink out of it, leave it sitting there.
Right.
Because we are about today, we have the famous saying in Liberia, tomorrow will bring its own. And that's truly...
That's not true.
Yeah, but that's truly the kind of mindset that most of us have. So I would say Liberian because it's majority,
right.
you know, versus other people. So for me, since I have a different mindset, I'm not really friendly with Liberians. They see me as, because if you don't get close to me, you won't know. Some label me as being proud. They misunderstand, you know, they misunderstand me a lot. And because I'm not interested in, hey, guess what? This person is doing this, that person is doing that. I'm always thinking, how can I
improve on this?
Yes. How can this, you know, change this? Why is it that this person is on social media and making $100,000 every month?
How did they do that?
I am also there. I'm an entertainer. How can I do that? So I do a lot of research. I try to see what other people are doing that benefiting them so that I can do it too. So I don't have the time, right, to listen to all the other stuff that's not going to benefit me, you, or even the person you're talking about.
Right.
So then on that note, they look at me like, who does she think she is? And it's not even about that.
Right.
You know? So, with all of that being said, my fan base right now, Liberians make 2% of my fan base. My biggest fan
2%?
Yes, my biggest fan base is from Africa. Shout out to Cote d'Ivoire. I'm coming there in December. So my Cote d'Ivoire, and then South Africa, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana. Yeah, Liberia make about 2%. But I always, like my sister tell me, why you always look for the good in everything?
Right.
I want to believe, you know, that it's that way because Liberia is a small country and there's not too many of us, you know.
Right.
So I don't want to say Liberians are not supporting me, but I say it's not too many of us, so maybe that's why the percentage is so low.
So low. And let me just, for the benefit of Liberia, let me just say this as well. Maybe the 2% is as a result of the fact that in our country, the economic base there is so deteriorating to the point where young people cannot even afford to watch a video. Okay, or watch a video on YouTube because everybody is trying to save their data. Right. So it's one of those things that even for me as a new YouTuber, I found out that people that watch is from Liberia is like 0.01%. People are not even watching. So if it, because of Liberians watching my videos, I will go nowhere. But Liberia, however, the Liberians in the diaspora,
they are
make up about 40% that are watching my video from around the world. So that has to do something with perhaps.
That's what I was saying. Like, and we are a small group of people too. Take for instance, like Nigeria. One state in Nigeria is bigger than Liberia. So if you are an entertainer and just your state by itself, you know, the state you came from, let's say Bon and Nima supporting me, and they would, let's say Nima was like Liberia. You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, that would be a huge percentage. But because Liberia is so small and the group of people is so small, so it's even hard for us. And that's another thing I try to tell Liberians, get up. I'm like, you cannot just sell to Liberians. You get what I'm saying? If you focus on, I have a blogger that told me, if your people are not supporting you, they're not pushing you, you can't go nowhere. I said, once again, you lie.
Yeah, that's true.
I
mean, that's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Because if you want me to wholly and solely focus on Liberians, I'm not going to go anywhere.
No.
Because I will sell to Liberia today, tomorrow I do the same, and then where is that taking me?
Where is that taking you? Yeah.
So I prefer to sell outside that. Trust me, Liberians, they're going to come anyway. if something good happened today, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, she's from Liberia." You know, we like finished products, so we do.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah,
that
we
is
really
the truth.
do. Yeah,
But I'm hoping that Liberia will get up from its slumber. Once people begin to get empowered economically and educationally and exposure, Liberia will be at a whole different level.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that Liberians are so used to hand out. Right?
Yes, yes.
So it makes us lazy. And as long as, until we can produce more young Liberian millionaires, entertainers, millionaires, we're going to be doing the same thing.
The same thing. Our children will come, they will leave it, they will stay here.
Yeah.
Their children come, and the same thing, nothing will change.
And I refuse to be just one of those Liberian artists, you retired and you just another Liberian artist that retired.
Right.
I refuse that. And I try to talk to other entertainers that I'm close to. I'm like, this thing is not magic, especially now. Look at you, you're doing YouTube now, because you know the long-term gain from that. So if you as a business person or entertainer, you decide this is the life you want, you can survive by it and even do more, but you have to invest the time in it. Like I tell people, social media now, it's like a gold mine. I'm not going to hide that from anybody. You have to do the work.
You have to do the work.
Yeah, you have to do the work.
Success don't come easily again.
But it's there. I have colleagues that make over $100,000 from social media a month. I'm not telling you, they say, okay? I'm not at that number yet, but I work. And I try to encourage my fellow entertainers from Liberia. You don't need no millionaire to come and invest in you anymore. You put in the work.
Put in the work and you will see the result.
And you will see the result. You will make that money. You will make money from your craft. You will make money from the things you love to do and be able to live by it. But do the work.
Do the work. You know. Have there been a time, Ms. Menneh, in this journey that you felt discouraged?
Oh yeah, I have many times. Like I cried on my pillow many times. But when that happened, then I have to ask myself, and because then I realized this is not even, Ms. Menneh is not even about me. I see all the people that I inspire, all the people that's waiting to listen to my lyrics, all the people that want to hear the music. If I quit this, I'll be letting them down. So this is not about me. I have people that wait for Ms. Menneh to go live, to talk to them. Those people, they look forward to that because they're where they get their inspiration from every day. So if I quit this, what become of them? So I cry myself up, I go on my knees, I pray, and then I wake up and I'm like, you know what? We can do this.
We can do this.
Yes.
Very, very much inspirational. Even though from the beginning when you started talking, you talk about your time in Liberia and then your words to the young girls out there, how you have to work and stuff like that. I'll still pose the question, what would you say to those girls that really don't know where to go next?
I know. And let me just talk a little bit more about the struggle in Liberia. So when we got back, I just want to let them know that I didn't just get up one morning and became Ms. Menneh. I used to walk from Bong to Nima in the villages. Go buy bag of pepper, snail, whatever I can find, right? After everything, I had 500 Liberian dollars at the time. I told myself, this 500, and I was a little girl, but then I have already had a baby by then. So it's like born baby, right?
Yes, right.
So I'm like, this 500, I'm gonna make something out. I took that first 500 LDO. I took it, I went and bought, I went all the way inside Grand Bassa. I bought the pig, The
you better pig.
Yeah, I bought it, they butchered it, I cook it, and I sell it. So I gain some profit. I'm like, okay, then I can go buy me some pepper from Nima, walk hours and hours and hours just to get one bag of pepper. Bought the pepper, brought it to town, sell it. I'm like, okay, I'm making more money, walk again, go. So, I started doing that. Next thing I know, I was able to buy pepper, snail, take it to Kubacha market at the time, sell it to the market women. And under the rain, sunshine, you name it. Sometimes we even buy live goats from inside Nima, walk distance with that goat. Now, guys, walking with a live goat for hours is not an easy thing. If they want to run, then you gotta run. They're walking, you're walking. And I will go and sell it. So I got to the point where I was able to get a boot. Now I bought hair, so I'm not going to the butchers anymore. So it's a process. So I bought hair and then started doing hair. And then I was able to open a boutique and open a little salon and play DV and for myself in America. So Miss Menneh didn't just get on one day and was just Miss Menneh. Even with me being in America, I still have to go through the struggle to establish myself so that I will be here and even more.
Are you open to mentorship? I mean, for young people that I want to get into sinking business, they don't know how to get that. Are you open up to serve as guidance for them?
Yes. In fact, though, this is still behind the scene, but I'll tell you. So, by the grace of God, I am building a country girl village in Liberia. Country girl production village, and the village is to give those young girls or boys a place where they can come to get mentorship, to showcase their talent, to give them that platform to see, where they want to go next. So yes, definitely, it's just everything is a process.
Everything's a process. You are very, very
For me, yeah, I'm very, because I don't like to be a failure of anything I do. So because of that, I take my time. I'm very consistent, persistency, but I want to know that this is going to work. So I put the time into whether it's research or doing it the proper way. So I don't just jump and just do it. Everything I do is the process for me.
Great. You talked about your clothing line. Tell me, what do you do with that? What kind of clothes do you sell? Male, female, and children, or what kind? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I actually design for everybody, but mostly female and male. Now lately I'm really interested in, because I like to create, my brain never stopped working. I love to create fun looking clothes. Like I think of fashion differently. We are going to be showcasing for the first time to the Zelle magazine fashion show July 7th, and then you will get to see some of the wild fashion that come out of my head. Right now we have 11 pieces that I'm working on. If you see me keep doing that, because my fingers are, and we'll be able to showcase that. So I design for both men, women, children.
You call that Zelle fashion design?
Zelle magazine fashion show will be, they having their fashion show.
Where would that be? July
2nd in Minnesota. I'm even performing at the fashion show. So if you come there, or if you can make it there, you watch the live show, you will see some of the designs that we put out there. And we also have a website called countrygirl.com. Country Gear.
Country Gear, like G-E-H?
Yeah.
The country G-E-H?
Yeah. So if you go there, you can find some of the clothes that we have made, and everything, showcase the African culture and tradition. So my goal is really, because the world is changing
rapidly too.
Yeah, so my goal is to be able to find that balance, right? The balance where we can still embrace our culture and tradition, but be able to fit into this new world that we're in there.
So
I do that through the music, the clothing, everything.
That is so good. Somebody wanted to contact Ms. Menneh directly. Is that something that you allowed? Is there any kind of a contact that you will allow me to put on my channel for people to contact you directly if they want to?
Yeah, we do have an email and a phone number.
Okay.
The only thing I tell people with the phone number, do not call. Send a text, introduce yourself and why you are reaching out.
Right.
Or you can email us to Zomo, Zomo5006 @gmail. So ZOMOH5006 @gmail. Or the phone number is 302-465-1191. You can reach the Ms. Menneh platform.
So, Ms. Menneh, is there any last word that you would like to say to the world today?
Yes, actually though, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me to your channel. I'm glad I could be here today, and it's my humble pleasure to be here. But we are releasing, and you will hear me say we a lot because, like you said earlier, one person cannot do the job that I'm doing. There's a lot of people that are involved, even my girls, and even the people that I just called to check up. So it's always a we for me. But we will be releasing the first EP ever, Ms. Menneh EP, July 1st.
Okay.
The EP is called True Feelings. And on that EP, there's 5 songs, and every single songs will give you different emotions because they are all true. Everything you're going to hear within those songs are all true feelings that came from right here. I do not write my songs. I sing as I feel.
Wow.
So everything that's going to be on that EP is true. You're going to cry, you're going to smile, you're going to laugh, you're going to fall in love. You might break up, who knows? But yeah, you have all those different emotions into
coming
that.
through.
Yeah.
It's important that you said that very, very well. I thought it would have been my last to say what's your last word, but are you open to, I know that you say perform for other people. How easy for you to perform for other people? What are the places that you allow yourself to go perform? Wedding? Programs, church, whatever? No. But I mean, what do you perform?
Well, when it comes to performance, right? If you book the team and you go through the process and you want to just sit here by yourself and we do a show for you, we're going to put up the best show we can put up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't put a limitation. All I ask most of the time is the respect and do the needful. So if you call for booking, you will speak to my manager. His name is John. He's very approachable. And if you are able to do the needful, we'll come and entertain you, because Ms. Menneh have fans down to 5, 6 years old, all the way to 65 years old. And those age range can only be in certain places. So I do not limit myself because of that. I want to be able to reach all of my fans, old, young, you know. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Menneh, for coming. I appreciate you. I wish you all of the best in life, and I know you will succeed.
Thank you so much.
If you have not already, but I know it will get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people, don't call me CEO for Country Girl yet. Okay, when I'm able to write you a $50,000, $20,000 check and don't have to worry about it, then you can call me CEO.
They can call CEO. I like that. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. Do you want more of this content? Please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. And hope to see you in my next video.